Dear friends, we value your precious time. For your convenience and good experience, there are chapters included in video timeline. Moreover, you will get direct link to Witcher 3 playlist as well as link to our official Facebook and Twitter account in description. Welcome back friends, Dyutam here with more of Witcher 3 Next Gen walkthrough in Death March difficulty. Today we will do very important quest where Skellige's future is concerned. King's Gambit is the name of this quest where future ruler of all Skellige will be decided. Now, before delving to this important event, we will craft enhanced Ursine Witcher gear as we are in level 25. Earlier we have unlocked both Master Armorer as well as Blacksmiths, so we will go to them to craft these gears. First of all, let's go to Hjort in Novigrad to craft enhanced set of swords.
The Passiflora is Novigrad's most famous, but there's also crippled...
Hjort, my boy, how are you?
Greetings, Ibeer.
Greetings, Geralt. How might I be of help?
Craft me new set of swords, buddy.
Listen, would you craft something for me?
We have everything ready to craft enhanced silver sword. There we go. Enhanced Ursine steel sword. There we go. Well guys, that's all from Hjort. Thanks for crafting, buddy.
So long.
Alright, now we'll visit Master Armorer Hjjalmar in Crow's Perch to craft rest of the gears. How is business, Hjjalmar?
Geralt, good of you to come by. What can I do for you?
We have to craft lots of things.
Need some armor made. Witcher's armor.
Enhanced Ursine boots is ready to craft. We have every ingredients ready to craft enhanced Ursine armor. Enhanced Ursine gauntlets. There we go. And finally, enhanced Ursine trousers. Well, my friends, that's all from crafting. Thanks, Hjjalmar.
Take care now.
Okay, let me see the inventory. Well, everything is in place as we have upgraded our current gear. Let me double check. Yes, all in order. Now we'll put glyphs as we have extra sockets in swords as well as in armor and in trouser. Yes, 3% chance to stun. That's for steel sword. 2% chance to poison. That's for silver sword. Greater glyph of coin. That's for armor. And finally, glyph of coin for trouser. Okay, that's it. Geralt is all set with enhanced Bear School Witcher gear. Everything is updated according to level. Now we'll begin the quest, King's Gambit. Report to Crach and Craite to collect reward. Oh, Arnwold is waiting.
What will you Witchers do once there are no basilisks, leshens,
Master Geralt. A guard spotted you from the tower. They sent me to open the gates.
Why was it closed? Is that famous Skellige hospitality?
Me. 'Tis tradition. After the feast, the Jarls will choose the king, so the doors must remain closed. Only the sons and daughters of Skellige may stay in the castle.
That's so kind of you, but I'm not from this land. It seems Crach made an exception.
Crach make an exception just for me?
All know what you did for Saracen Hjalmar. Today, you're one of us.
Thank you.
Come. Crach awaits.
Lead the way, Arnwold.
How's the mood in there?
Calm. Too calm.
How's that?
We've an adage here in Skellige. At a good feast, mead and blood flow in equal measure. Surely you consider this barbaric on the continent, no?
Not sure. Sounds preferable to dull banquets garnished with court intrigue.
After all, it's a Viking tradition.
I've as much right to it as you do.
And I'd expect you to support me, not pinch my allies. If an Craite's to wear the crown, it
Should be you, because you've got fur growing on your chin, that it.
shows some of your own, and the Jarls just might listen to you.
Want your mug smacked? Remember, I was left standing last time we crossed fists.
Yeah? So you'll fight the Vildkarls with me? Wonder who'll do better, you or Hjalmar, the Giant Slayer?
Oh, stop your shite boasting.
Hjalmar, come on. Self-obsessed thing is not good.
Ceres? Hey! God damn it!
You need to control your self-pride.
Bad way to play it out.
Think I don't know that? But you saw her, she's so...
Why, stubborn, fierce, mule-headed, refuses to listen to anyone.
Exactly! True, Arnvald. Me and Ceres, well, they're twins in that regard.
Where is Crach, Hjalmar?
Don't see Crach. He talking to the Jarls?
No, went to his chambers. To prepare your promised reward, no doubt.
If you've a spell, Witcher, perhaps you'd fancy some fisticuffs with the Vildkarls. Loosen up your joints after your journey.
Maybe later.
Show heart, foes we show our
Pretty
eyes.
busy banquet hall. Let us look around this place before going to Crach and Craite.
Witchers do once there are no basilisks, leshens, or giants around. Eh?
Yes, Witcher?
Foreigner, watch your step.
Got me eye on you.
Kill a giant's one thing.
Jarls are enjoying the feast. Festive environment everywhere. Watch your step, warrior.
Witchers do once there are no basilisks, leshens, or giants around.
When true, no? Years on end he held in thrall Jarl You've no respect. We're like you hear the black
We have something going on there. Feast fight, okay. Hjalmar, can we do feast fight?
Who's the courage to fight the Vildkarls?
Hjalmar, can you?
Seal shut!
You alright, Giant Slayer?
Take a look. Still got all my teeth?
Most of them did quite a number on you.
Why are you laughing? They'd have trashed you too.
Doubt it.
That's so. Care to wager on it? Drop any one of the Vildkarls, and I'll give you my sword. End up like me, you part with yours.
Vildkarls, who are they?
Vildkarls. Who are they?
These wild men. Live in the hills.
Shepherds then?
Aye, without the sheep. They live off killing, eat only what they hunt. And they fight like no one else.
Alright, I accept your challenge.
You're on. Start wrapping that sword for me.
Don't sell your fish till they're in the boat, Wolf.
I'm sorry, Hjalmar. Your sword is now mine.
Heard you're taking on challengers in fistfights.
Challengers? Ah, nay. Ain't none a challenge to us.
We're here to hit. Hit till our fists are red with blood.
Let's do this.
Gladly.
Bring it on.
Die! Tear him apart!
Come on, come closer.
Holy hell, what's that? No, I don't want to lose my sword.
Not your lucky day.
At last. That was unexpected.
You hit good. Hard.
You almost got me, man. That was a good fight. Hjalmar, don't be upset.
Oh, what a fight. Smacked his gob so hard it's a wonder his brain didn't fly out of his ears. Well, lost the wager. But that were such a spectacle, I don't even mind. Here, may it serve you well.
Thank you. Now we have Hjalmar's sword. Let me see the inventory. It's a steel relic sword. Thanks Hjalmar for this precious gift. Well, it seems we can do more fist fights. Let's go for it.
Heard you're taking on challengers in fistfights.
Challengers? Nah, nay. Ain't none a challenge to us.
We're here to hit. Hit till our fists are red with blood.
Alright, let's do this.
Let's do this.
Gladly.
Oh, you again. Alright.
Tear him apart! Die! Die!
That's it.
You hit good. Hard.
Who's next?
Just warming up. Well, what are you waiting for? Go call the next one.
Alright, there we go.
Kill! Maim! Destroy!
What? Lost your nerve?
Whoa, need to be careful.
Coming to get ya! Kill! Maim! Destroy! Coming to get this.
That's it, you are done.
You'd never have beat me if I weren't 5 tankards in.
Nice excuse. Gladly fight someone sober.
Then bring on someone sober. Think you can find one?
I can. Night's still young.
Alright, the third one.
Stop playing with him!
Come on.
Now I know this technique.
I smell blood! Stop playing with him!
My last regard to you.
You fight good for a continental.
It seems that's it. That's all from Vildkarls fist fight. Deadliest fighter of Skellige. Time to meet Crach and Craite.
Temple to the eternal fire. More silver there than in a dragon's hoard. So on the continent they raise temples to fire. Aye, they do. Don't know the real gods. And order gets his own tabernacle.
Greetings, Birna. Feast not to your liking?
This is no feast. It's a farmer's market where votes are bought and sold like sheepskins.
Where is Svanriga?
Svanrig is not gonna vie for support.
Bran's son will not haggle for a crown that is his by right.
Far as I know, crown goes to the claimant who gains the most votes.
That is the tradition, but not all traditions are good. The Isle's care should be entrusted to a single family.
Which means your family, right?
Take it you have a specific family in mind.
Of course. Bran was the best king Skellig has seen in centuries. The throne should pass on to Svanrige, his true-born son, and then on to his sons.
Just as I thought.
What's wrong with voting for your king?
Take a walk. Listen and you'll understand. The claimants already hand out land, promise privileges, titles, favourable judgments. They behave like whores lifting their skirts for every passerby. A king by the grace of votes is no ruler, but a debtor. This must end. We must start by placing Bran's firstborn son on the throne. I hope the Jarls will see the wisdom of it.
Whatever, Birna. Are you leaving Kaer Trolde?
Leaving Kaer Trolde?
Tomorrow at daybreak. Enjoy yourself, Master Geralt.
You too, Birna Bran.
May I?
You must even. Come! I've been waiting for you. So, feast to your liking? Any better than your continental balls?
Definitely more to drink.
Ah, there is. Rolled all of it out of my cellars. Double meads, triple, Cintrian plum brandy, a Hackamum spirit that burns the mouth like boiling water. Clan on Craite knows the meaning of hospitality.
Yes, we witnessed. Tell me, Crach, what Birna wants from you. Why was she here?
Saw you talking to Birna. What about?
Politics. After all, naught else interests her. Wench tried to convince me that we must honor Bran's memory. And to that aim, I'm to command my offspring to withdraw from the race for the crown. Support Svanrige instead.
Why do I think you turned her down?
You put it mildly. I showed her the door.
Naturally. Now tell me the motive behind the feast.
Something tells me there's a purpose to your hospitality.
Aye, there is. In the Isles, mead and meat stand to gain you as much support as feats accomplished blade in hand.
If that's true, you can rest easy about how the vote will turn out.
I'll rest easy on the morrow, when the crown rests on one of my children's heads.
I can understand, Crach. Now this is interesting.
Feeling torn between Hjalmar and Ceres?
You mean do I have a favorite? Nay. They're as different as fire and water. But on Craite blood flows in both.
Now what about Ceres? Will she be a good queen?
Think the Council of Jarls will dare to put a woman on the throne?
If you'd asked me some months ago, I'd have laughed in your face. But today I see, and I'm not alone, that Ceres has something as rare on the Isles as a hot summer. Patience.
Yeah, that's true.
Others act, then think. She's different. She thinks things through, the for, the against. But once she takes action, not a force in the world could stop her.
Agreed. What about Hjalmar?
Between you and me, Hjalmar's not too hot-headed to be king.
Depends on the kind of king you have in mind. Want one who'll send emissaries, move figurines about a map, calculate the most profitable option? Then yes, he's too hot-headed. But Skellige wants a different ruler. The kind who'll drown Nilfgaard in blood. Sooner jump into a fire than surrender. And that is Hjalmar.
If you escalate your attacks, you stand to infuriate Emir. Could regret it someday.
In Skellige, we spit on the notion of peace at any cost.
It's good to hear your opinion, Crach.
Promised me a reward for helping your children.
And I aim to keep my word. Here. This bauble's been in the family for generations. I give it to you for helping ensure the line endures.
Thank you for another relic sword.
Beautiful craftsmanship. Thanks.
I'm the one.
What happened? Lugos? They're screaming Lugos.
Hear that? Damn it. That must probably started another row.
That's not Hjalmar. Let's go.
That's a strange sound. What the hell is this? Hair? How did they enter here? What happened all of a sudden? Oh my god. Okay guys, let me toss beast oil. Situation is out of control all of a sudden.
You like that silver?
How many bears entered here? And how?
Stench.
Please tell me this is the last one. 3 bears. Castle was sealed when I got entered. How come this bear came here?
Cloth! Give me some cloth! Gotta stop the bleeding! Quick!
Take my cloak.
Hold on, son. You'll pull through. A shark grabbed my leg once. Albion!
He's dead.
My god.
Crach! Where'd those bears come from, huh? Answer! Now!
Careful how you speak to my dad.
Stow your blade, pup, or Crach will lose a son too.
You insult me, Lugos, and now you threaten my son. I will not stand for this.
Dan, come here. Come on! Put you down like a rabid dog.
Calm down. Calm down. Enough blood's been spilt. Someone brought these beasts here to murder our sons and brothers. We cannot restore their lives. But we can. We must avenge them. This burden falls upon the host and his offspring.
It seems guys only a handful of people and the Jarls survived this massacre.
Find the guilty on Craite. Find and kill them. Else your clan will be cursed for 100 generations to come.
Now this is a serious question.
Anybody see how the bears got in?
Don't matter. I know where to find the guilty already.
Hjalmar, please be
Wait.
serious.
Are you mad? You're gonna kill folk before we've learned what happened.
Learn all you want. Meantime, I'll go wash the shame off our clan.
Hey, the Jarls aren't listening anymore. Stop playing the hero and think for a second.
Our honor's at stake, sis. I can't wait.
Are you listening to me? Someone let those bears in. We must know who, and the answer lies somewhere in this room.
Alright, now we have to choose between Hjalmar and Ceres. I don't think guys Hjalmar can handle tough situation. He is too hot-headed. Ceres is right. We need to investigate this hall. I'm with you, Ceres.
You're right, Ceres. I'll help you.
Thanks.
Fine. See you when I return with the traitors' heads.
Hjalmar, calm down.
I'll stay here. Someone must see to everything. Summon the healer, hand the fallen over to their families. Wolf, I thank you.
I'll try my level best, Crach.
Ever see anything like that?
No, and I hope I never will again.
Where'd the bears come from? We were all laughing, eating, drinking. And suddenly, a massacre. Torrents of blood on the walls.
Yes, we witnessed. Now tell me, Ceres, who died here?
Know who died?
Drogadar, Drakeborn Du, Blue Boy Lugos, Yalborn, Ottrig. Take some time, mention them all. I heard you helped Lugos, as you helped me with the Haim.
But you could name the claimants to the throne who survived in one breath. You, Hjalmar, and Svanrige.
What are you saying?
Nothing, just yet.
That's a good point, Geralt. So it was all planned by someone.
What happened before the massacre? Be precise.
Young Lucas bet he could empty a barrel of beer in one go. He climbed on the table, grabbed a pony keg of centering wheat, and started chugging. His throat bulged like a blowfish, face went red, but he kept drinking. Folks started banging their tankards on the table, shouted, "Lugos, Lugos." Then, from the other side of the room, we heard this roar. We turned in unison as if a coxswain had called. They were there. They were already there. Folks closest to the bears didn't even manage to draw their weapons. They were ripped to shreds.
We'll avenge them, I promise.
Yes, that's for sure. Now let's look around.
We've talked enough. Let's look around.
Let me know what you find. I'll speak to the others. Maybe someone saw more than I did.
Alright, time to examine the crime scene.
Pull yourself
Fang
together,
marks,
Sinner.
claw marks,
How'd they
broken
get in?
bones. Hard to say what exactly killed him.
The gates were shut!
So many wounds. No wonder Hjalmar bled to death.
All the contenders for the throne got wiped out within a moment, except Hjalmar, Ceres and Svanrega.
Standing by the bench. What is the gods doing? Maybe they're punishing us.
For what?
Drogadar.
You're talking rubbish.
Skald's played his last.
Jarl's son.
Altrig. Shit, no more than a kid.
So the tales are true?
Young Lugos. Bears took him by surprise. Didn't have a chance to defend himself.
Oh, such a horror.
All right. What do we have here?
Okay, let's examine one by one.
Bear's head, but the tongue's short, like a human's.
Humans? What do you mean?
Mouth smells of honey liqueur. Mead. And something else. Something earthy. Bears like honey. Before it's fermented. Strange.
Okay, what about torso?
Something under the fur. A tattoo?
What?
Shape of a bear paw.
What the hell? Are they transformed?
Old scar. Looks like it was sutured.
This is mind-boggling. I have no idea.
Half man, half bear. Something like a lycanthrope. No full moon, so something else caused the transformation. Maybe something he ate or drank. Mead. Mead with an earthy aroma. Need to check the horns, tankards, and bowls.
Which means they are already here during the feast and in opportune moment transformed into bear.
All the horns are empty.
Hard to believe, guys, but everything possible in the world of Witcher. Who are they actually? That's the question. We used wrong well during encounter.
Bowl at each table. Mead in this one. And only mead.
Definitely some special mead has been prepared to make this transformation happen.
Earthy scent from the bear's maw. Something towards mushrooms. Bowls empty, but the scent's in the air. Coming from somewhere else in this room.
Alright, now we have to follow the trail of special mead scent. Aha, there it is.
Here. Mead spiked with some kind of mushroom. And human blood. Ceres, come here.
A guard saw what happened. Those weren't bears. They were...
Men who transform into bears.
Uh-huh. Berserkers.
Berserkers?
Berserkers?
The Skald's name for warriors who change into animals in the midst of battle.
Wow.
Stuff of fairy tales, legends. But it seems to make sense, right?
Mm-hmm. Almost. We were at a feast, not on a battlefield.
Human blood and mushroom.
Think I know what caused them to transform. The mead they drank. Smell this. Mead spiked with blood. And something else. Thinking it could be a mushroom. but I don't recognize the type.
Hjort might help us. Few druids know herbs better.
Can't hurt to try.
Hjort, which means Jarl Udalric's advisor and a druid. Lead the way, Ceres. All the Jarls gathered here. Let's see what they are talking about.
Since the Red Funeral.
Few had died then, and on a Jarl's son among them.
If this turns out to be Crach, I'll twist his head off.
If Crach appears to be guilty, we'll try him in keeping with our customs.
Aye, and then I'll twist his head off.
Madman Lugos.
Wanted to talk to you.
What about?
What about? What do you think, Holger? Is not here about salted herring or the currents round Speakerog.
Flap your gob at me again, and I'll shut it for good.
Calm down. You act like rabid dogs, not Jarls of Skellige. Speak, Witcher.
That's an interesting question.
How'd all of you manage to survive?
What you saying? Eh? That we're the ones schemed this up?
Shut your gob. You're clucking as foolish as a gander hatching eggs. We survived because we're the best warriors in Skellige.
You're both damned fools. If not for the Witcher, none of us would be alive.
Thanks for understanding this, Jarl Donner.
Any ideas who might be behind the massacre?
Nilfgaard. They're the most to gain. But we'll avenge our sons. We'll burn their shores from Nazea to Atolia.
Wonders abound in the Nilfgaardian army. Towers with wheels, Zerrikanian mercenaries on humpback horses. But I've not heard of them having trained bears.
This was Crach, I tell you. We're in his castle, he let him in.
Wasted words, Lugos. I don't know who the traitor is, Witcher, but I'll tell you, it's none of us. We all lost loved ones.
I can understand Donner, and deepest condolences for the loved ones.
So long.
Okay, let's go to Ceres. She's waiting.
Freyr, our mother, may the sea swallow... Freyr, our mother, may the sea swallow the traitors. Freyr, our lady...
Mind if I interrupt?
Already have? What is it?
Someone spiked one of the mead barrels with blood and something else. An herb or a mushroom. Sarah said...
Give me the horn. I know the smell. A mushroom. Mardrome.
Mardrome, can you explain a bit more?
Mardrome related in any way to berserkers?
Aye, but only in the tales told to children as they are put to sleep on cold winter nights. Warriors who ate Mardrome were said to transform into beasts when consumed by battle rage, but as I said, it's only...
Only a legend, I know. Still, I find it easier to believe than some story about bears appearing out of nowhere.
Yes, that's right. Ceres wasn't lying.
Ceres wasn't lying. You know your fungi.
I do. Especially those which affect the mind, soothe it, summon waking dreams. Udalric suffered for years. I tried to help him in various ways, initially with prayer, then with poppy milk.
But he's done with that now, right?
It's not that simple. But we'll wean him off it yet.
Mardrome. Never heard of it.
You've another name for it on the continent. Silasaib, I believe.
All right. Peasants eat it to soothe pain.
Udalric tried it too, but only a few times. In larger doses, the mushroom causes visions, nightmares.
Yes, the last thing Udalric needed more of. Thanks for your help.
Blood and Mardrome. The taste of human flesh and a substance that triggers visions. That well could have caused the rage. Maybe even the transformation.
Maybe. Hard to believe someone spiked the mead here in the hall, though, in front of all those witnesses.
You're right. I helped prepare for the feast. I'd have noticed. It might have happened before they brought the drink upstairs. In the cellars, maybe.
Come on, we could find some clues there.
Wow, it seems guys the traitor behind this is well versed in alchemy. This is getting more and more interesting as the plot unfolds further.
We must find the traitors quickly. Elsewise the warriors will take matters into their own hands. Castle's a buzz already.
Think they'd attack Crach openly?
My father or each other. All in the finest Skellige tradition. Haven't had a good civil war in ages.
Now this is serious. We have to stop in escalating this type of situation. Enough blood has been spilled.
Knew there'd be trouble. It was all too calm.
Funny. Arnvold said the same. For a feast to be any good, mead's gotta flow, but so does blood.
I'd say he got his wish.
I really hope Hjalmar's doing something useful, not just looking for a fight.
Relax. Your brother's impetuous, not stupid.
Let's see how Hjalmar handled this situation.
We keep the poison at the cellar's other end down below. Come, I'll show you.
The stench! Is that vodka?
Mahakaman spirit. Someone ruined several barrels of the finest.
Good thing Dad's got other worries in his mind. Right behind you.
That's a relief.
Okay, now we have to check the barrels in the cellar.
This mead's clean. Blood and mushrooms.
Aha, got the barrel.
Where this barrel came from looks different. What the?
Ah, damn it, someone was spying.
The spirit! There's another exit behind the barrels, but they're too
Oh my
heavy.
god, we need to find the exit as soon as possible. There it is. Come on, Ceres.
We might have been burned alive.
Somebody's damn desperate to bring our investigation to a quick end. This a secret passage?
One rarely used, more like. When Hjalmar and I were little, we'd play here. Once, bygone days.
That's a bonus. We have place of power here.
Magic. A place of power.
Give me a moment, Ceres. Alright, lead the way. Give me a moment, guys. This place is too dark. Candle lantern.
When I get my hands on that pyromaniac.
Let's think. They had to use the entrance we used. Maybe they left some prints behind.
Maybe. When the door slammed shut and the fire broke out, did you hear a bottle shatter too?
No, but I've no Witcher senses at my disposal. You must hear the hair growing on my head.
I try not to eavesdrop. Anyway, entrance is worth checking. Come on.
We are close to catch the culprit. Need to find the footprints. Oh hell, I got struck. Okay, let's go. Come, Ceres, where are you going? Oh, we have something here.
Someone walked through the mead. Could you ask for clearer prints? Sticky from the mead.
I'm hoping this is the footprints of that culprit.
Trail breaks off. Need to find another clue nearby, something else to follow.
Someone's clothes piece.
Must have felt his clothing rip, but was in a hurry.
What's this?
Piece of cloth.
No, it can't be.
What is it?
Arnvald's tunic.
What?
Only he wears this kind.
Sure about that?
Saw him in the main hall with the servants. Let's go.
I can't believe, guys, what I heard. He is one of the trusted men in Clan Uncrates. But why? Lust for power? You know, guys, always this happens. Decent and trustworthy guys in majority times comes out as a culprit. This is so bad. Crach will be furious to know this.
Look, it's him!
Grab a horse, we'll chase him down.
Now you are running, but for how long?
Arnvald! Stop, damn it!
Doubt he'll listen.
When I get my hands on him.
You don't stand a chance.
We'll see about that!
That stench.
Help, please!
Come on, Roach.
That's it, you bastard.
Why do you betray them? Talk or I'll finish what I started.
No Craite should ever sit on Skellige's throne. I know you better than others do. You're hot-headed, irresponsible. Skellige needs stability, a strong king. Not the kind a band of drunken Jarls will choose.
Curious. Never heard you voice that idea. But I do know one who never stops saying it.
It's Birna Bran, isn't it? You were never a good liar, Arnvald.
Birna Bran. What's her motive?
What was her motive?
It's obvious. She schemed this up to get rid of the other claimants. Slander our clan in the process. If she succeeded, Svanrige would have been left, the only claimant to Skellige's throne.
Makes more sense, but we need proof.
We need proof. Your word against Birna's, that's not enough.
Arnvald, help us, and I'll ask my dad to grant you an honourable death. I'll insist.
I've letters from her. Instructions. How to poison the mead. But she never signed them. There's no seal.
Very cunning omen.
Will that be enough?
It'll have to be. We shouldn't delay. Time to gather the Jarls.
But Ceres, try to understand. She can refuse as her signature and seal is missing. Let's see how everything goes. Moment of truth, guys.
I've assembled the Jarls in council as you demanded, Ceres on Craite. You claim to know who's behind the slaughter at Kaer Trolde. Speak then. The blood of Skellige's sons and daughters. Whose hands does it stain?
Birna Bran's.
The lass is mad. Do you think anyone will believe you?
You had them serve poison mead to the berserkers.
I beg your pardon. The servants of Kaer Trolde are not mine to command. 'Twas your father who called for the feast, who assembled the guests.
There's reason in these words.
Just as I thought, guys.
Have you any proof to confirm your accusation?
I've better. I've a witness. Arnvald.
Ceres speaks true. Birna commanded me to poison the maid. When Ceres and the Witcher descended into the cellars.
You betrayed us. The clan that took you in.
Good man. He's a servant to Craite, a lackey. He will say what they command him to say. He would lie for them even were he to pay for it with his head.
Birna speaks true. Arnvald has served at Kaer Trolde ever since I remember. Loyally, like a dog.
Well, I don't think, guys, this will help here.
I can vouch for Ceres. She's telling the truth.
You? Yet another Craite lackey? Did Ceres entice you to cooperate? I can imagine how. Or has Crach paid you to smear my name?
What did you say?
Calm yourselves.
After what I saw on Speaker Rock, I trust the Witcher more than I do you.
You've that right. But it's no proof of my guilt.
Well, we have one more final evidence.
Got one more piece of evidence.
A letter from Birna to Arnvald, instructing him how to spike the mead.
It lacks my signature. It lacks my seal.
But perfume soaked through the parchment. A very strong scent, you know. Still to be sensed.
Is this your proof, lass? Is this what you call evidence of my supposed treason? Don't make me laugh.
Birna's right, Ceres. 'Tis all precious little proof of her wrongdoing. Alas, your brother Hjalmar also has not presented anything that could clear your family's name.
Oh no.
We've but one path left to us. Holger, Lugos, it's time we quit this damn castle. Come, we must decide what punishment Clan on Craite will face.
Jarls, please try to understand. You all are making a big mistake.
You're making a big mistake.
Silence, wanderer.
Wait! Mother, you bade me to leave the hall before the feast. Why?
Son, not now.
Why did you do it? How did you know? How?
You stand silent.
You gave Ceres no credence. Gave the Witcher no credence. But you must give credence to a son who accuses his own mother.
I have no words.
Massacre was her doing. She shamed herself, me, the family, the clan.
Svanrika, I did it for you. Only for you.
You admit to this deed. As the eldest of the Jarls, I cleanse the name of Clan on Craite, and you, Birna Bran, I sentence to death. You will be chained to a rock to perish of hunger and thirst, and seafowl will peck apart your remains.
That's a dangerous punishment for a lady. I'm sorry, Svanriga. Your standing with the truth is admirable, young man.
Birna had a lust for power, I knew this. But so strong as to commit such a crime.
What about Svanriga? What's his fate?
He'll lose his home, his name, his honor. He'll choose exile. Or death.
That's not fair.
But enough. Whatever comes, we must endure. I thank you, Geralt. Again.
No need. Again.
I'll not take any more of this modesty. This is a land of heroes. Let this remind you of that. And now, I must ride for Gedinate, for the Jarl's Council. Time to pick a king.
What do you think? Who'll get the nod?
Come with me, see for yourself. All may listen to our deliberations.
Alright, now it is the time for coronation.
I do have a horse in the race. Can't refuse, to be honest.
As I thought. Well, let's go. We're just in time.
They've already started.
Long ago, we gave King Bran back to the sea. Today, our mourning ends. Today, by the grace of the gods and the clans, a new ruler takes the crown.
Yes, she deserves
Let us
it.
swear her fealty.
I know some would see another in my place. I thank those who stood at my side. Here, beneath the sacred oak, I pledge to be a good queen to the ones and the others. I want peace and prosperity to reign in Skellige. And I count on you to help me fulfill that dream.
Ceres! 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 Ceres!
Madman Lugos, he didn't like it. That's great, we are in level 26. Nice. Wow, that's a bonus. We got a trophy, Kingmaker, as we have completed the subplot about Skellige's ruler. Hail Queen Ceres, you deserve it.
Congratulations. You'll make a great queen.
Thank you. Wouldn't be here if it weren't for you.
What's the new Queen of Skellige planning?
To listen, learn, and listen again. Then we'll see.
Good plan.
I must unite the clans. I'd rather avoid war, but if Nilfgaard aims to attack, we must repel them together.
Drummond folk might be a problem. I saw Lugos during the ceremony. Furious, to say the least.
There's always been strife between our clans. But I must try and talk to him. Just might bring him around.
Keep my fingers crossed. Farewell.
Hjalmar, you okay, buddy?
You alright?
So. Anyway you cut it, I was bested by a wench.
Not just any wench.
Aye, true. Suppose if it had to be so, I'm glad it was Ceres.
You must be proud of your sister.
Not even a little proud of her? Come on, admit it.
A bit, aye. She's the blood of me blood, bone of me bone. But don't tell her I said so. Liable to puff out her chest. Which would do her good now I think of it. We showed Lugos. That's most important. Did you see that rage grip him? I thought he'd burst.
Yeah, surprised to see him in that much of a huff, actually.
Our clans have been butting heads, chests, bellies forever. It's the lay of the land.
Good luck on Craite.
Take care, Hjalmar.
Now let's talk to Crach. Must be proud, father.
Looks to me you're near bursting with pride.
If only you knew. Tell me, what other Jarl can boast children like mine? Shame their mother didn't live to see this.
Ceres will make a good queen. Maybe she can finally unite the clans.
Let's hope. And if not, she'll always have me and Hjalmar. If the need arises, we'll take up arms for her.
Alright guys, what a quest and very unexpected turnout of events. Now we have lots of character entry to read. We will begin with Queen Ceres and Craite. While in Skellige, Geralt finally had the chance to meet Ceres and Craite, the younger of Crach's two children, known as Sparrowhawk to her friends. She was as fierce and swift as this name would indicate. Ceres was an islander through and through, and the spitting image of her father, having inherited all his courage, resolve, and stubbornness. Dauntlessly, she sought to prove at every turn that there was no task she could not fulfill as well as or better than any man in the islands, including her older brother Hjalmar. Though Ceres' decision to stake a claim to Skellige's throne came as a shock to everyone else, she had thought it over quite thoroughly beforehand. Striving as always to outdo her brother, she intended to perform a great deed that would earn her widespread recognition and respect. That is why she had sailed to Speakerhook to free Jarl Udalric from the strange affliction that seemed to curse him. Ceres did what she set out to do. With the Witcher's help, she freed Clan Brogvar's leader from the wraith that had tormented him for years. Once again, Sparrowhawk gave proof of her cunning, this time by unmasking Birna's plot and cleansing the shame from her clan's name after the infamous bloody banquet at Kaer Trolde. All these feats convinced the Skelligers that Ceres was fit to be queen. Yes, though it was clear it would take some time before the young ruler could step entirely out of her father and brother's shadow. The greater part of the islanders were pleased and proud with their choice of ruler. Long live the queen. Next we will read character entry of Jarl, Crach and Craite. Skellige sagas brim with praise for war chiefs and warrior braves of ages past, yet the saga of Crach, Jarl of Clan Craite and Lord of Kaer Trolde will outshine them all. It will sing of his strength, his courage, his wisdom, his generosity, his loyalty to friends, and his relentless pursuit of his foes. There will be a few exaggerations in such a tale, for Crach, the mightiest of Skellige's Jarls, truly did possess all the traits of a hero. He aroused terror in his enemies. In fact, Nilfgaardian mothers would use his name to frighten their children into obedience. Wow! And all in that, Empire spoke in hushed tones of the infamous Tirthias Muir, the wild boar of the sea, who devastated coastal provinces during frequent and terrible raids. Geralt had known Crach for long, since a time when, as a young man, the Jarl had sought the hand of young Pavetta, Ciri's mother. Yes, we know the tale. After Bran's demise, Crach could easily have claimed the throne for himself, yet he preferred to support the claim of his son Hjalmar. When his daughter Ceres announced her intention to seek the throne as well, the Jarl also gave her his support, showing no favoritism when it came to his children. To the islanders, honor is the most prized of virtues. Crach thus agreed without hesitation to live up to the pledge he made many years ago on behalf of himself and his entire clan, and supported the search for Cirilla with any means Skellige could offer. Really a true man of honor. Next we will read character entry of Jarl Donner Unhindered. Few Jarls of Skellige were as honored and obeyed as Donner Unhindered, the eldest of their number. Despite his advanced age, he remained the active leader of his clan and its representative at all official gatherings. The only person able to break his composure was Madman Lugos, whose clan had long feuded with the Unhinders. Donner's home was, like Freya's temple, on Hindersfjall. As befits a neighbor to the gods, Donner was famed for his wise, considered opinion and his piety. This last did not, however, extend to the gods of the continent, whose rich sanctuaries he had often raided in his youth. Guys, next we will read character entry of one of the fallen hero and claimant to the throne, Hjalmar. Young Hjalmar was the nephew of Holger Blackhand, the Jarl of Faroe, and one of the claimants to Skellige's crown. Despite his young age, he had already managed to achieve some renown, both during overseas raids and while fighting the monsters dwelling in the dangerous regions of the archipelago. His deeds had earned him enough fame, name, recognition, and treasure that he stood a good chance of being elected king. Hjalmar's courage and bravery were not enough, however, to save him from the massacre of Kaer Trolde. So unfortunate. Okay, next we will read character entry of Druid and advisor to the Jarl of Clan Brogvar, Hjort. It is my humble opinion that the most one can learn from staring at the innards of a gutted animal is whether the poor beast was infested with parasites. Nevertheless, Hjort, like many other druids of Skellige, placed a great deal of trust in both haruspicy and chiromancy and oniromancy as well, though that's more understandable, dreams being the royal root to one's soul. Word was that he commanded a great deal of respect and esteem amongst his fellow practitioners, having more than once accurately prophesied the future and interpreted the meaning of obtuse dreams. This druid was devoted to Clan Brogvar with all his heart, and his knowledge and ability made him an excellent advisor, one in whom the Jarl of Spikaruk, Udalrik of Clan Brogvar, placed a great deal of trust. Hjort had tried to alleviate the suffering brought on by his Jarl's strange condition, but despite his efforts, no progress was made in stopping the decline in Udalrik's mental health. Okay, next we will read the character entry of Jarl Holger Blackhand. The dwarf-faced Jarl of Faroe owed his nickname to the dark coloring of his hand and forearm. Left there by frostbite, he suffered when his longship hit an underwater boulder during a freak autumn blizzard. Even judging by Skellige standards, where pillaging and plundering are practically rites of passage, Holger was considered a brutal pirate and raider. This opinion surely resulted from the fact that he attacked the villages and ships of enemy Skellige clans with as much verve as he did the coastal settlements of Sidaris, Novigrad and Nilfgaard. Next we'll read character entry of another fallen hero and claimant to the throne, Ortrig Unhinder. Ortrig Unhinder, Jarl Dornar's grandson and heir, was the youngest of the claimants of Skellige's throne. He dreamed of the heroic deeds and daring raids he would one day lead his subjects in accomplishing. Ortrig never got to live out those dreams. However, during the tragic feast that came to be known as the Bloody Banquet, he lost his life when a furious bear tore his flesh to small pieces. Oof. Find peace in afterlife, brother. Next we'll read character entry of the person who changed the tides in Uncraite's favor, Svanriga Untuersak. A hard life awaits the child who cannot escape his parents' shadow. Following the death of his father, the beloved King Bran, Svanriga became the formal ruler of Clan Tuersak, which controlled vast territory on the Isle of Unskellig. Yet this quiet and mild-mannered young man seemed firmly tied to the apron strings of his mother, Birna, who sought to control his every waking deed. With such an overbearing caretaker, it was hard to imagine how Svanriga could ever grow into a man able to rule a mighty Skellige clan in his own right. Svanriga, you are a good man and an honorable one, perhaps one of the characters which I will never forget. Next we will read character entry of Jarl Udalrik of Clan Brokvar. Jarl Udalrik was an enigmatic figure to say the least. Some mysterious ills surrounded him, causing others to shrink his company. Geralt could not help but notice that Udalrik did seem to be acting strangely, muttering to himself often and showing signs of suppressed panic, as if he lived in constant fear of something or someone. Geralt's private talk with the Jarl confirmed the rumors. Udalrik was convinced the gods spoke to him, sending him prophetic dreams and demanding he make sacrifices. The tale of the strife between Udalrik and his brother Aki over the family sword threw new light on the Jarl's mysterious problems. That the voices he heard demanded he injure himself suggested a vengeful spirit was involved. Udalrik's madness deepened even more, finally prompting him to pluck out his own eye as payment for unspecified sins. In the end, Ceres' ingenuity freed Udalrik from the wraith that was tormenting him. With this, the Jarl could finally know peace. Next, we will read character entry of Uncraite's traitor, Arnwald. After Guthlaf, trusted seneschal to the Uncraite's Jarls, passed away, a portion of his duties were taken over by the Jarl's cupbearer, Arnwald. This elderly Skellige did not possess the far-reaching authority of his predecessor, but still had managed to make himself irreplaceable in his few years in the position. His purview included not only stocking the larders and cellars of Kaer Trolde, but also seeing to the needs of the keep's inhabitants, as well as the guests that visited it during feasts and other important ceremonies. That is why his betrayal could not have come as a greater surprise. When caught, Arnwald confessed to his role in the murderous conspiracy, revealing his patron as well as his long-seething hatred for Clan Uncraite. Okay, next we will read character entry of former queen and the ultimate conspirator, Birna Bran. It can be difficult for a woman to gain the esteem of knights and warriors not accustomed to seeing female hands on the reins of power. It helps little when, like Birna, widow of King Bran of Skellige, the woman seeking power is filled with acrid disdain for her countrymen and their customs. One might argue that disdain is a valid reaction when, in the case of the passing of a man of power who embodies tradition, those customs call on her to follow long since outdated ritual and cast herself on her husband's funeral pyre. Justified or not, Birna's desire to rewrite age-old Skellige tradition put her at odds when the Jarls and made it unlikely she would be remembered alongside Calanthe of Sintra or Maeve of Lyria as a successful and revered ruler. Birna likewise refused to hide her disgust with the custom of choosing a ruler by vote of the Jarls. She dreamed of establishing a hereditary kingship in Skellige and thought the ideal dynasty to hold it was her own, starting with her and Bran's son, the young Svanriga. In all probability, it was his longing for power that drove Birna to concoct the conspiracy that ended in the massacre at Caer Trolde. The evidence gathered by Geralt and Ceres sealed Birna's fate. Actually, it was Svanriga who stood up against his mother Birna and Uncraite's got justice. Geralt and Ceres' evidence was not enough. Anyways, next we'll read character entry of the final fallen hero and the as usual claimants to the throne. Heir to Clan Drummond, Blue Boy Lugos. Madman Lugos' sole child and heir was a dour, strapping lad who was nothing like his father. His nickname dated from his childhood, when bruises often covered his body, supposedly from the rough and rowdy play Skellige boys engage in. Yet others suspected they came from his father's belt, rod, or fists, for rumor had it Lugos Sr. did not wish to spoil his only child and thus punished him harshly for any minor cock-up or grander failure. The events Geralt witnessed in the Cave of Dreams confirmed rumors of Lugos' troubled relationship with his father. Blue Boy's greatest fear turned out to be the madman in his family tree. Blue Boy Lugos was one of the victims of the massacre that took place during the feast at Caer Trolde. Later people claimed he had knocked one of the beast's head off by clubbing it with a barrel of beer. Okay. True or not, that is how the Skalds commemorate him in song to this day. Rest in peace, Blue Boy. Final character entry will read about the former king of Skellige, Bran. King Bran, former king of the Skellige Isles, lived a long and storied life. When he finally felt decrepitude taking a hold of him, he went into the woods to hunt a bear, armed with only a knife, and thus ended his reign. It was remembered as an honorable and respected one, though some complained he preferred raiding to confronting the Isles' long-term problems, and that he let his wife's tongue wag too freely. Some connected the two, claiming Bran sailed out to fight overseas battles to put off dealing with the ones awaiting him at home. Well, that's all from character entry. Well, my friends, that's all from today's part. If you like our video, give like and share this video among your friends. New viewers who are liking our content, please subscribe to our channel. Do not forget to hit the notification bell as you will get notified as soon as we publish videos. See you soon in the next part. Take care.